Okay, so our Japanese end of year sets, something that you should consider getting into in regards to the historical data for sets like the GX Tag Team All Stars, which has just gone to the moon. It's sort of like, you got cards like the Sightseer card, which is only came out in Japanese. You have a ton of really cool other trainers in there, and also some amazing sort of like gold cards as well. That set's really, really crazy expensive now. Obviously, it was before the boom came out and everything got printed and into the ground. But one booster box of 10 packs is now going for around about $600 to $700 US. Now, if you come closer, that's like 3 years, 4 years, that's like 4 years back. If you come closer, it's sort of like 2 years. Now, things still quite cheap. Sort of like, I don't know, 2 years ago, we can look at the V-Star Universe. The V-Star Universe has been printed pretty much into the ground, but not as much as the general sort of like standard sets. As a high-end quality set, it's had some big reprints, and it was still available as loose packs on the Pokemon Center in Japan until just a few weeks ago. However, as soon as it's become short supply, where it's not available at retail, the prices started to rebound. At the moment, it's around about double the retail price. So in Japan, the retail price is 5,500 yen. So it's selling for around about sealed loose box, for around about 10,500 yen. So it's basically right there at double the retail. Now, obviously, if it's not a sealed box, they are going for about 7,000 or 8,000 yen, but that's really dodgy because, you've got some people who bought something and the wrapping was taken off and it's a legitimate sale, but most of the time it's buyer beware. So I would not recommend buying anything with the wrapping which has been taken off of a box. So as we kind of like think about these boxes, we got the new end of year Japanese set coming out in around about 4 weeks time in Japan. Now it's basically Eevee Heroes 2.0. It's looking really, really good. I mean, the English set is coming out in January, I believe, in the US, and a lot of the pre-sales and everything is just all sold out everywhere. But the Japanese one, there's a rumor, and I believe it may. I can't talk to it. It's been confirmed, but there's a rumor that there will be Master Balls in that set. That just makes that set like it's a no-brainer, straight off the bat, basically. But if that's true, it's a set to collect, but it will be printed into the ground. I can guarantee it, because that's the way we're going at the moment. But if you think about letting that set come out, leaving it for 2 or 3 months, the price will increase for sure. But then the next wave of reprints will come out and stuff like that, and they will keep pumping it out, and then the price will go down, and I think you'll be able to pick it up very, very cheap, like maybe just a little bit more expensive than Shining Treasures EX, which was the last end of year set. I think it will hold its price better than that box, but I think the price will come close to retail price in the short and medium term. So I think I'll go in for a couple of cases on this because I really do think it's worth doing. But I think the window on it is somewhere in sort of like 3 to 10 year window. But 3 year window is you could get a good return on it, maybe like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I think like 2 to 3 times. But 10 year window, all bets are off. I think it will do really well. So that's that. And then the other thing, which I've done this. This is my fourth time talking about this, but the end of year set from 4 years ago, GX Tag Team All Stars. Now the cards and the subsequent sets of that for the tag team cards, for just the R's, the RRs and the RRR cards, those cards are moving right now, and I still think that there's room to move even more. But they're going for like, $7 to $10 a card, and I think if you grade those cards and they do well, you're looking at $40-50 a card. But you can still pick those up around Japan for like $2 or $3 because people they don't know. It's moving now, but people got a ton of it in their collection, and they take it to book off, or they go to a flea market or something like that. You can still find those cards. Sometimes you pick them up like 10 yen if someone really doesn't know what they're doing and they're just selling a bunch of stuff. So I would not sit on that. No financial advice at all. However, I would not sit on that much longer. Tag team, GX Tag Team All Stars, just sort of like rare to, super rare cards. The RR cards, they're super cheap. Buy them up. And even some of the SR cards, they're still only going for like around about $15, $20. Some of them are up to like $80 and $100, that kind of thing. But then you got some of the more rarer cards, and they're going for like $500-600. In the PSA 10, they're going for like about $700. So I really do think there's still some opportunities there. So something to definitely consider. So I think when you're looking at Japanese sets to collect at the moment, the end of year sets are still a super strong kind of very cheap entry level if you're buying as it comes out. And my recommendation is to buy about 2 months after it's come out, because you get the next, second and third wave of reprints, and at the moment it's scattered everywhere, and you can get it pretty much close to retail. But they do well after 2 or 3 years, and I just think that's a no-brainer. So that's basically what I wanted to sort of like just go over today. I am excited and also a little bit kind of like worried about the next end of year set, which is coming out in December, because it's such a great product, the end of year Japanese holiday set. It's just amazing, and it has been for like so many years now. But they really printed it into the ground and kind of devalued it, even though it's one of, it's other than 151 and EV Heroes and Evolving Skies, it's always a solid set to invest in, to get involved with. But they kind of devalued it on the last two years now, and I wish they would just kind of back off a little bit and sort of like keep it medium, make it available for like 6-7 months, but they don't need to make it available for the whole 2-year window. It really kind of like devalues the beautiful cards that are in that set, from a collector standpoint. I know from the player standpoint and just a general 8-year-old girl or boy walks into a shop, want to buy some packs and pull a cool card, and I'm all for that, and I'm happy for that. But if I just put my collecting hat on, I wish they'd leave the holiday set alone a bit and just sort of like print it for like 8 months, 9 months, and then leave it alone. I think that will keep a balance on things a little bit, because they are printing the regular sets just like tissue paper at the moment. So anyway, listen to me or don't listen to me. And if anyone has any questions, let me know, either on YouTube or on Instagram. leave me a comment. If anyone's got any other questions about anything at all, about Japan, about flea markets, about what shops to go to, about, you know, if you want to meet up, if you come to Japan and go card shopping and stuff like that, just let me know. Always happy to help anybody as long as they're polite and friendly. So thank you very much for listening, and bye from Tokyo.